So this first thing is an absolute must do. It was my favorite thing of the whole trip. A desert safari tour ride. For $89, we were able to get round trip pickup and drop off to and from our hotel, ATV rides, camel rides, dinner, a wild crazy ride in a car in the desert, and free entertainment during dinner. If you do this activity, wear long socks or bring some to put on because the heat from the ATV in that hot sand almost took your girl out. So the next activity I would recommend is a yacht tour. We booked with exclusive yachts, and this included both the yacht tour and also a lounge. So this next activity is really good if you're into history, but if you're not, it's not necessarily a must do, but I will say I recommend it because you're able to explore Dubai in the comfort of AC, because baby, Dubai is hot. So the Gold Souk is a pretty good attraction. I will say be prepared for people to be mad aggressive and trying to get you to buy stuff. Honestly, what I did was just ignore them because I realized once you spark up any bit of conversation, they kind of just suck you in. But I wish I had spent more time here, but this is definitely something you would spend the day doing. They have spices, they have jewelry, they have perfume, and so many other things. And when I say aggressive, I do not mean physically. I didn't feel unsafe at all. Actually, I ended up making a whole commercial with one of the shop owners. You'll see that a little bit later. Wow, Red Mountain Supermarket, they have so many things.
We love lavender.
I love lavender. It's so calm and relaxing. I bought 40 grams. I love it. Yes? Can I show them what I bought? I love it here. We'll show. The sister will show you.
Love it here. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Great customer service, yes?
Amazing.
This sister buys so many things. Lavender, good for stress and relaxation. We love it. Yes. The next thing I recommend doing is visiting Dubai Mall. So they have a few different malls. The Dubai Mall is the one that I'm showing you, but I also visited the Mall of Emirates, and it was just as nice, and it has a bunch of activities as well. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the Burj Khalifa. This is the world's tallest building. You go up to the 145th floor. It sounds scary, but I promise you it wasn't. It was such a smooth ride up. And I actually would recommend spending your day at the Dubai Mall and ending the night at the Burj Khalifa because they're so close that you'll end up paying for 2 Uber or taxi rides there, and it can end up being costly depending on how far your hotel is away from this area.
Ready to fly?
I'm so ready!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so embarrassing. people don't know this, but Dubai is actually full of expats, meaning that a lot of people that live there are not originally from there. So what I found and was really interested by is the fact that most of their foods options were that of different cultures. So there were a variety of cultural foods. So they had Asian foods, Indian foods, Middle Eastern foods, of course, and the list goes on. So there were a lot of varieties. However, as somebody who follows a vegan diet, I don't eat meat or dairy. I found it a bit challenging while we were out to find food options that were good to me. So what I did while we were out was just drink a lot of smoothies and fruit juices. And once I got back to my hotel, I ordered food. So I included screenshots of 2 apps that my concierge told us about that were very helpful. I know for me, one of the biggest questions I had was, what am I allowed to wear while I'm in Dubai? And I will say that I just packed a variety of stuff. I had a lot of tank tops, but I also brought a lot of cover-ups and sweaters. There was no one policing what we wore, so no one got in trouble for being sleeveless or wearing shorts. But what I will say is, when we went certain places, we noticed that there were signs that were advising for conservative dress. So this is just my experience. I did see people fully covered, and I saw people also a lot less conservative. I'll just include some of the few pictures that I did take of what I wore while there. And the last thing that I'm going to include is some helpful apps that I wish I would have known to get before going. So the first app is something that's actually required to enter Dubai. The next thing is a unit calculator. I use this for converting money. I used Uber for transportation for the most part of my trip. The Dubai Mall, this is a map of the mall, and it also has navigation. That was extremely helpful because the Dubai Mall is huge. WhatsApp was useful for making calls off of Wi-Fi, therefore there was no international charges, and also communicating with drivers that we found, local taxi drivers, and also communicating with delivery drivers as well. And the last app I use similarly to WhatsApp, being able to make video and phone calls without international charges.